On this episode of Button Check, Chris T smokes angel dust marijuana crack, and sources declare Tasty Steve not so tasty anymore. Just what exactly happened, and why is there no lenses in these classes? All this and more. Let's go.
Couldn't look away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect before you play back. Button check. Button check.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a beautiful morning. I know most of you are probably off of work, off of school by now because it is the day before Thanksgiving here in America. And for those of you in other countries that might not celebrate Thanksgiving, don't know how we get down, let me tell you about it, man. It's a special day where we just eat a lot of food and we gather around a lot of family that we usually don't hang out with and sometimes don't care to hang out with, and then we eat so much that we sit down and maybe watch some football, take a little nap, wake up again, eat a lot until we feel absolutely miserable about our lives. It's great. So it all starts right here with this tweet from Cygames when they said, announcement, today marks the end of Chris Tatarian's time as a member of Cygames Beast. Thank you for your time with us and all the best with your future endeavors, Chris. And instantly people were like, what? Some people were even angry. They were like, yo, you owe us an explanation. What does this mean? Like, how is this? This just comes like right before Capcom Cup and Chris T is in Capcom Cup? Makes no sense. I mean, some were actually really pissed off to hear this, and then others were like, well, at the end of the day, it's a business. They don't really owe us an explanation. It's kind of like the Echo Fox thing or the GGEA thing where things seem to be going really good for, you know, certain players or workers, then boof, like out of thin air, things were just gone. And then after that, Chris T actually tweeted as well saying, hey, everybody on Twitter, hold up, I'm gonna make an announcement within 24 hours. And then the next day, the homie Chris T posts this saying, as of yesterday, I am no longer on Team Cygames Beast. I'm happy to be a free agent. Here's a short explanation. And then the statement reads, yesterday, my relationship with Team Cygames Beast came to an end. This comes after a contractual dispute that started over the summer and is unfortunately still ongoing. I am disappointed that we did not reach a common ground before this, but my contract with the organization that operates CYG BST had run its course. As a result, I am a free agent. I am very happy that I still managed to qualify for the Capcom Cup as one of the best 32 players in the world. I will be practicing hard for the next month. But then as soon as this happened, people started trolling and started posting this image right to Cygames and be like, oh, y'all dropped because of this. Hey, everybody, he got dropped because of this. Look, 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 look. Then people started tagging them and sharing them, and other pro players were like, yo, what the hell's going on? But Chris T from the jump was like, no, don't worry about it. It had nothing to do with this. Who does that? People out there think that they're all having fun and games, or they just might be making a regular tweet, but y'all don't realize that people in business, people cutting the checks, people see these things. You could actually hurt somebody's reputation by trolling like this. You know what? I'm gonna slow my roll. We're gonna check these buttons at the end of the video. But what I can say right now is thank God Chris T actually cleared it up and people surprisingly actually apologized. Believe it or not, hell done froze over and people on social media actually apologize like Danny here, so I gotta give him props for that. He says, retweeting for the sake of clarity, I made the assumption that Chris Tatarian lost his contract because of the pic of him smoking pot, but I was apparently wrong or completely wrong. I sincerely apologize for stating these false claims. I should know better. Sorry, Chris. And then Chris T takes the high road and simply responds, I appreciate the apology, my man. So it continues right here, ladies and gentlemen, in the world of Tekken, right here with Tasty to the Steve. Y'all know Tasty Steve, he's delicious. Anyway, he was on the ones and twos. He was commentating for Tekken over this last weekend, but it appears that everybody wasn't too happy with what they heard. This comment right here appears to be at the bottom of the video. It was actually retweeted, so I don't know the original source, but it looks like from a MVidity, if I'm pronouncing that right, and it says, Tekken or the Tekken community should not have someone swearing on matches. Profanity everywhere is appalling. It might be grown-ups playing, but kids buy the game and watch this game. Steve Taste should not be holding the mic. Now, who is Steve Taste? You might be asking. Possibly the identical twin of Tasty Steve. I mean, it makes sense to me. You got Tasty Steve and you got Steve Taste. And then of course, people have fun with that saying Steve Taste must be stopped or Tasty Steve is Delicious Steven. And of course, I thought this was gonna be the reaction, right? Because people love Tasty Steve, he does good work. But I was surprised to actually see other comments like this from people like Nate that say, for real though, swearing and yelling Jesus Christ the whole time on commentary is lazy and unprofessional. And then somebody by the name of Raybo adds to this saying that did my man Jimmy J wrong at the Red Bull Conquest. I had to comment on this down below, and it looks like he actually tagged Steve as well. He goes on to say in the comment, nice of the commentators to talk mad shit, yelling low-tier jokes about Jimmy while he's trying to focus on the game. This actually surprised me a lot because this is the first time I've ever really heard anything negative, but on the flip side, at the same tournament, look at all these comments. Everybody's like, yo, godlike commentary, we love you. Everybody loves Steve. I mean, it was pretty much all good good reviews. So at this point, if you got all this going on, right, you do have mostly good reviews, it kind of seems like it's gonna come down to preference, right? Some people just don't like you no matter what you do. If they see you on that mic, they're gonna be like, I'm just not feeling them. And other people are gonna be like, no, it's godlike. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. It was fine. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like there was like a lot of low-key shots fired over this last weekend. For that first story with Chris T, Marn originally posted like, give me all the juice, daddy. But on the serious tip, after everything was cleared up, Marn ended up posting, everyone's screaming for proof when someone gets accused of a crime, but when a person gets dropped, it's because of marijuana from assumptions and no sources. Social media was a mistake. Now, I kind of agree with Marn when he said social media was a mistake. Now, in a way, I don't mean all of it. Hell, you're watching social media right now, but I'm thinking like with the Twitter, there's so many times I've seen like top names. I'm not gonna name people or anything like that. There's so many times where I've seen influential people start some shit off some assumptions and drag people's name through the mud. They like, take for this example right here. If the sponsor wasn't even thinking about this and it had nothing to do with this, but then people are trolling and throwing it right in their faces and like adding on to the flames. Even if it's not true, let's say even if it was Photoshopped, you gotta understand from a business point of view, now they're thinking of new things because they're seeing this. Maybe they're thinking of like new PR perspectives or something like that. It just adds a bunch of crap. That's how I feel anyway. Let me know. I could be off. Let me know if I'm off or you think I'm overreacting to this, but that's how I feel with this particular story. Let me know how y'all feel. And for story number 2 with Mr. Steve Taste, ladies and gentlemen, were you guys there? Do you know any behind the scenes stuff? Because as far as I could tell, with all these people saying commentary and the hosts were godlike, it kind of looks like people were just nitpicking. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a happy Thanksgiving, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, even though it's Thanksgiving, you'll see another video tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Might even spice it up for you guys. So love you, whether you're in America or you're not in America, whatever you're celebrating, love you guys forever. See you bright and early tomorrow morning, y'all. Peace. Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
My friend came to the door. She said, well, I was on the phone cooking me and my baby some breakfast. And she said, hey, something wrong. It's popping. I said, what? She said, yeah. I said, no. So the girl come downstairs. She come out her apartment with her baby with no shoes on. I said, oh, girl, it's cold outside. She said, something ain't right. I said, oh, man. She said, oh, man, the building is on fire. I said, no, what? I got my 3 kids and we bounced out. We ain't gonna be in no fire, not today.